Hey guys, how's it going? What the heck's going on? Happy Friday. How's everyone doing today? We finally had that little bit of cool off in Michigan. It's only going to last a couple days, but hey, I'll take it. The weather was great here for once today. So good to see everybody. I hope everybody's doing good. And let's see who's in here tonight. I was waiting for at least half of you guys to give it a thumbs up, but I thought, you know what? I'll be waiting all night. So come on, get off your lazy butts. And if you're enjoying being here, give the stream a thumbs up because the true members of the 2A EDU fan club, they'll give it a thumbs down. So you may as well just chip in. It costs you nothing. So let's see who's in here tonight. iRock SS85. What's happening, man? And he's surprised to see the alarm go off. Like, come on, dude. Like, I'm here every Friday, so. Poor Conservative, what's happening, man? Pillbox Bunker, how's it going, man? Good evening. Bill Alexander, Port Huron on standby. Absolutely, sir. Nice to see you too, man. Kathleen Music Lover, what's going on? Inquiring Minds want, well, all kinds of stuff actually, and I'll kind of see what you guys want to talk about, and of course I might have a couple topics and a couple rants I might get into. I don't do that, do I? Nah, not me. There's all kinds of stuff going on. Some good and some not so good. Let's see here. MI Crafter, what's happening? Commando 602 got a 410. Nice. You know, I'm in the mood to take my Sega 410 Kalashnikov pattern shotgun. I'm in the mood to take that out and shoot. Maybe if I can ever get caught up on work, I'll do it on that. That sounds like fun. I like the 410. I mean, it's all right. It's fun to shoot anyways, right? Kathleen Music Lover, you're in trouble, by the way. And if you want to know why, you can ask Poor Conservative. Rusty Williams, what's happening, Rusty? Yellow Dog 64, good evening. How's it going? You guys are talking about your 410s from back. Oh, yeah. MI Crafter's girlfriend's rolling her eyes. I wasn't even on camera yet. She's already rolling her eyes. Psh, it's all good. Tell her it's all good. She can start rolling her eyes now that I'm actually on. Indy 500 fan, what's happening, man? A-Dubs, what's going on? Abba Zabba, 73 in Burbank. All right. That's actually pretty warm, isn't it? Leonard Mason, 47 in Alpena. Right on. Oh, I want a cold night. That'd be so nice. I like it when it's a little bit chilly out. Probably because I'm out there working like crazy all day and was basically cutting grass till dark. So I welcome any cool weather for sure. Lando Wilson, what's up, man? How you doing? And all of a sudden the screen skipped on me and there's a bunch of people in here. So I will try to catch up. I always get behind a little bit in here. Guerrero M, what's happening, man? Josh Benware, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Shell Hawk, what's up? Jeffrey Ellers, what's happening? Eden's Vision, so nice to hear and see you. Nice to see you here too. I appreciate it. Ammo Wizard, what's up? Zfael, we got Joseph. 10 fingers, 6 strings. How's it going? Happy Friday. Eric Carson, what's happening, Eric? How you doing, man? Another local boy right there. CW, what's up? Aunt Diesel Vision, talking about Alaska. Let me guess, it's warmer in Alaska than it is here, right? But, yeah, I was just checking out your extendo, right? He's getting with the hip terminology. His extendo clip. If you guys saw his video, you know what I'm talking about. Freebird Farm, what's happening, man? Lambertville was busy. Yes, it was. People out in front of Todd's gun shop, and I heard there might have been a little pushing and shoving there, but I think they knew better. I think they knew better than to try to destroy Lambertville. What do you guys think? Amanda Coble, what's happening, Amanda? SFAT, what's happening? We got Gregory Jones from Kami, Illinois. Good luck, sir. Coming from Kami, Michigan here with our Governor Whitless. I know your governor's a real beauty too, trust me. Longbowman 89, what's happening, man? Iron Horseman from Nevada. Cave Dave. Rev Rob, what's happening? How you guys doing? We've got Gunny Jones. What's happening, Gunny? How you doing? Mark Taylor, what's up, Mark? Myrtle Beach, nice area. Yeah, well, the governor, yeah, I know. Isn't that the new thing nowadays? The governor. Governors, mayors, there's some real winners out there. People that I don't know how they can call themselves Americans, to be quite frank about it. But Edward Kent, what's happening, dude? How you doing, man? Rudy Finney, what's up, Rudy? Nice to see you. Tall Titan. He said, thanks for recommending Forge Tech holster. Mine's on the way. Awesome. And I actually will give you guys a sneak preview in 5 minutes on the stream here of a new Forge Tech product I have for a pistol that a lot of you have been buying lately. So I think I'm one of the first ones to get it, and it might be something that interests you guys a little bit. Josh Benware's asking about Fortnite. Fortnite? I don't know. I'm not much of a gamer, guys. Cruz is here. How's it going? Love your channel. Thanks. I appreciate it. Rod Brown. Bish Bash, what's happening? Verta Ellis, how you doing? You're my favorite. Thank you. I appreciate it. Shaquan Townsend. Can a handgun mag? Dang it, it just skipped on me. You were asking me about a handgun mag, and it just skipped. Can a handgun mag release pin go bad? It can. It could. If you have any more specifics, maybe throw it out in the chat, and someone in here can help you if I don't happen to see it, because I try to keep up, but there's a lot more of you guys than me, so which is cool. I always look forward to seeing you guys chat and answer each other's questions. So if someone can help them out with tell them what type of gun it is, maybe they can help you out with that. Dororo, what's happening? 64 Samsky, James Flanagan. Let's see here. Pamela. Dude, no Taurus G3s in Minnesota. Okay, last time I checked, KY Gunco still had them. They were like $240 free shipping. Check it out. See if they'll ship to your FFL. But yeah, it's hard to get anything right now. Everything's kind of selling out because kind of chaotic times, right? Country's kind of going to you know what in a handbasket, pretty much. George Washington, what's happening? Flying Rich, how you doing, man? He's starting Fraz, Flying Rich, Autonomous Zone. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you going to put up walls and all that? Chaz. If anyone wants to talk about Chaz, I would, but I don't want to ruin anyone's dinner because it kind of makes me throw up and kind of ticks me off even thinking about it, to be honest. Completely despicable. Insane. Lots of insane people out there right now. I guess they've always been there. They've just been emboldened by all the other insane people that are running different cities and states that are now having their back and publicly just wanting to tear down America and our republic. And yeah, it's kind of crazy, isn't it? Let's see here. We've got, man, it always skips on me. I swear, this YouTube thing, they don't like me. It just skips, like right as I'm going through here. Jameson Hurley had a healthy baby boy, been off YouTube. Atlas Hurley, congratulations. God bless you. That's awesome. That's awesome. Great news. Love to hear when there's somebody new coming into the world. One of our next patriots, and we're going to need more patriots in this world. We always do, but we really need them right now. And we've got Brian from Flat Rock, Michigan. Nice area. I don't know if you guys know this, but I worked in Flat Rock, Michigan for probably in total close to at least 12 to 15 years if you count the time that I did some substitute teaching there. And my mom worked there for much of her career. So, yeah, I know all about Flat Rock, Michigan. Spent many, many hours there. Jim from Michigan, nice to see you. Ryan Smith, hello, sorry I'm late working. Dude, I'm late working too. I'm always late. Threaded for my pleasure. What's happening, man? Another good Michigan dude. Ozark Yeoman, he's not from Michigan, but he's as good as it gets. So nice to see you, man. Nice to see you. What do you think, Josh Benware? Is Ozark a pretty good dude? I think so. I don't need to ask you that, do I? Gunny Jones says there are 8 new Taurus G2C owners in my family. They all loved mine and had to get one themselves. How many new G2C owners are there that hang out here that saw my videos? Hey, so far, I'll tell you guys when something goes wrong. I like the pistols. I do. Is it the best pistol in the world? I don't know. That's up for you to decide because there's so many good ones out there, but I'm a big fan. I really am, and mine have not let me down yet. It's like hopefully they do eventually, right? So that, I don't know. I don't want them to. It's just it kind of seems too good to be true. A couple $100. Heck, back when I bought mine, they were like $150 with rebate. Great little pistols. And good to see so many new gun owners getting into protecting themselves, their families, and understanding what it's like to be a gun owner because they couldn't afford a lot of the other higher priced pistols. And hey, if that's what you've got, run with it. And actually, with all the pistols I have, which are many, and I can't touch them because I'm in a live stream, and Susan Wiki won't allow. But I have many pistols, many options, and hey, I carried my Taurus G3 to the 2A event in Howell a couple weeks back and was protecting myself with it. So hey, I'll protect myself with these pistols. I'm not a gun snob, you know. Are there certain guns that I might like better for certain things? Of course, but that's why we don't have just one gun, right? But yeah, Scott Keaton, great channel. Well, thanks a lot, man. I really appreciate it. See, somebody said I'm a great channel. I had to pay him to say that, but you know, it's all good though. We've got Shojas from Michigan. What's happening, man? Brian wants to know a good website for 223 ammo. You guys can chime in, but I've been buying steel case from Aim Surplus. So that's just my thing. I don't know the guys there, but I'm going to start a whole feud in the chat for even saying that. I get it, and it's fine. I could care less, but I like to shoot a lot of steel case, especially times like this when it's hard to afford anything else. Actually, it's hard to even afford steel case, but I digress. Pamela just bought a G2 because of my channel. Well, right on. And that's what this channel has always been about. Really just two things, trying to help people out with a little bit of gun advice, advocate for the Second Amendment and all of our God-given rights endowed by your creator. So you can call that God. You can call it whatever you want. Your creator. People need to remember that because the guns are just nothing but a mechanical object. It's really the person that has the gun and what you're using it for. Good versus evil. Liberty against tyranny. Good people against bad governments, and good individual citizens against bad individual citizens. And that's what it's all about. And there's something about going out in public, especially when you're with your loved ones and your small children, and you know you're okay. You know what I'm saying? You know that you're going to at least have a chance. You're going to have a chance if some armed thug comes up and tries to do irreparable harm or cause death. And to me, that's just all part of the pursuit of happiness, knowing that you're going to be safe with your family and your loved ones. And hope it doesn't happen, although it looks like it's getting pretty close in a lot of cases to stand up against a potentially tyrannical government. I say potentially very lightly because seems like they're already kind of there, if you ask me. At least most of them are. Let's see, a garage guy, 879. What's happening, man? How you doing? Ammo Wizard loves the G2C and the G3. Right on. And this sucks, you know. Gun channel, firearms channel. I mean, I do a lot of gun rights and stuff, but do you know how much I'd like to reach down and just grab my G2C and my G3 and show them to you guys, but that's just not the way it is on here. Susan Wiki. She likes the channel. I know she subscribes to it, but at the same time, not so much, right? Not so much at all. Okay, Rob saying, got the 40 cal M&P and a 380 EZ. Love them. Nice. Right on. That's awesome. Hey, there's some really good deals right now on M&P 40 police trade-ins. Aim Surplus has had them and other people. Those are a little value, guys, because think about it. This is a pistol that's service duty built for 40. Now, 40 is a great round, and you're definitely well protected with it. If you don't like 40, though, let's just say the ammo costs a little bit too much, or 9mm, you know, a little less recoil, or you're just a 9mm fanboy. Admit it if you're a fanboy. It's okay. I like 9 too. I'm a little bit of a fanboy of many calibers, so it's all good. But if you're a 40 hater for any reason, you can get the conversion for those. Readily available, cheap. So when it comes to converting a 40 to 9, you're going to be looking at Glock and M&P. I know it's other companies also have that, but really, there's nothing like a Glock. They're number one as far as parts interchangeability, etc. M&Ps are just a little bit below that, but still many options. So don't forget that either. If you guys are on a little bit of a budget and you're looking for a true duty pistol that's made to serve, that professional gun carriers will carry, great guns. And I've done videos on my Smith & Wesson M&P Shield, and I really like it. My SD9 VE, it's a little bit more of a budget option, but that's been great so far too. So awesome. Aim Surplus, Rod Brown, just a few miles away. Again, I don't know them there, but I've been a customer for a long time, which is kind of crazy because people ask me all the time, and I know you mean it as a comment, and I appreciate it. Guys are like, Taurus is sending you free guns, right? Or they should be. No, they don't. Taurus has no clue who I am. Aim Surplus doesn't. And, you know, but I just tell you guys who I like. And if somebody is sponsoring me and providing something for the channel, which they do here and there, they'll give me a little something to try out. I'll let you guys know. But for the most part, I'm just like the rest of you guys out there buying this stuff from different places. And even before YouTube, you know, I've been into firearms for years. So I have some companies that are on my good list and some companies that are on my not so good list. I don't usually like to bash people on here, so I'll just tell you the ones I like, and the ones I don't, keep it to myself, unless it gets too bad and y'all need a warning, you know. Jeffrey, I do want to get a Taurus TX22. I really do. I really do. And then the price of those shot up like everything else. Pamela, thank you so much. You're also amazing. Sent me an amazing super sticker, and I appreciate it, guys. I need the encouragement. You know, with all the love that Susan gives us, Susan Wiki, however you pronounce her name, she's the person ahead of YouTube. If you guys all want to know who Susan is, okay? I'm not cheating on my wife. I'm still happily married. So hold on. Somebody asked me the other day, this is funny. They said, who's this Susan you speak of? Is that your girlfriend? Well, no, of course not. And if you saw my wife and you saw Susan, you'd understand, no, she doesn't have a chance. But no, Susan Wiki, is that? Yeah. She's the head of YouTube, and she doesn't like us. I mean, she loves the channel, but she doesn't let us touch guns on here. So figured I'd answer that question before somebody asks again. Rudy Fenney with another super chat. Thank you so much, man. Just in case you have to pay for more compliments. Thanks a lot, dude. That's awesome. So hold on, guys. I'm going to go over to my PayPal real quick here. Rudy Fenney is sponsoring this portion of the chat, the compliments part. So compliments of 2A EDU. Brought to you by Rudy Fenney. So I'm going to go over here and send some kickback money over. And you guys will see in the next few minutes, you're going to see some people just magically appear in the chat. And they're going to say 2A EDU is the best channel. His llama is the best animal. And it'll all work out. So thanks a lot, man. Just as I thought I didn't have any corporate sponsorship. Trash Zero N. Hello. Zach Ramey. Wait, what did I miss? Just saying hi to everyone, which is actually the part I look forward to the most. Cajun Swamp Fox, what's happening? PSA has the G2C in stock. So listen up, guys. Cajun Swamp Fox is giving you all a heads up. Yeah, Lando Wilson, you better give your old lady that G2C, man. He bought the G3. Now she wants the G2C. And I think that's kind of typical. Where's Jeremy Wilson at in here? Do you still have your G2C, or did your better half end up with that? See, I know some people in here in real life, and they made the mistake. Here's a mistake some guys have been making lately. They had their G2C, they like it a lot, and then they let their wife, their better half, you know what I'm saying, use it. And now they're kind of struggling to get it back. Kind of like with this llama. There was a little struggle for a while, but I usually get what I want in the end. So good luck to you all. Good luck to anybody who made the mistake of letting their wife borrow their G2C for a few minutes, because you ain't going to get it back, guys. Just deal with it. Just give in, Lando. Deal with it, man. Ron Davey, 40 Smith & Wesson is a great round. There you go. There's a lot of people that love it. A lot of people hate it. I think it's a fine round, really. There's not really a caliber out there I hate, to be honest with you guys. I've been into 6.5 lately. Really, 6.5. And not what you guys are thinking. Not Creedmoor and not Grendel. But if anyone wants to take a guess of all the weird stuff I'd be into, all these guns, someone take a guess which one I've been kind of looking at lately and interested in. I'll just say it's a 6.5, and it's not Creedmoor and it's not Grendel. John Stokes, what's happening, man? How you doing? Another guy that's been supporting the channel a long time. Yeah, okay, so we've got SRA Lane 007 says the protesters are some gangsters. Yeah, that's why. Yep, the lootings and create destructions. Oh, exactly. That is why. These are bad people, because here's the thing. When the chips are down and something's not going your way, you know what? A good person will still try to do good. Even up to the point where somebody's trying to kill irreparable harm to your family members. You may shoot them, but you're still being a good guy, because you're not taking a life. You're not killing. You're not murdering out of cold blood. You're protecting life. So you're actually doing a good thing. And good people are going to still try to do good things. Now, there's lots of bad people out there, and that's the way it's been since the beginning of time, right? As soon as God gave people free will, there's going to be good and there's going to be bad. And you're seeing bad people that are out there doing what they do. And what's kind of crazy is they sit there and they say, like, well, you know, these people are just doing their thing and they're just frustrated, which I'm sure they're frustrated. But you got these antagonizers. And you've got these organized groups like Antifa, which I disavow. I also actually, while they have the right to speak, I actually disavow Black Lives Matter because they're anti-gun and they want to take our guns away and they want to abolish the Second Amendment. So I do not agree with their mission statement, because if they would have just kept it as, well, of course, Black people's lives matter. I did a video earlier about that, but I don't really care if you're Black, if you're white, whatever color you are, it doesn't really matter to me. It's people's lives matter. All lives matter. And as soon as they take it and they say, well, because of a color of somebody's skin, they have to be anti-gun, they have to be liberal. That's BS. And it's not really BS to me. It's actually BS, in my opinion, to a lot of the minorities, that they would be sitting there saying, well, like Biden said, let me quote Joe Biden, you know, if you're voting for Trump or you're thinking about voting for Trump, then you ain't Black. That's pretty darn racist, in my opinion, and pretty condescending. And then people say, well, if you care about Black lives, you have to be against guns and you want gun control and you want guns to be banned. That's also pretty simple-minded and pretty stupid, if you ask me, because I don't know how that sounds fine and great to them when you consider all of the Black gun owners, right? And all of the Black patriots and all of the Blacks out there that don't hate white people. Like, all this stuff falls apart when you realize that, yeah, that's the way the media wants to portray it. No, they're using people that already had, you know, predisposition to crime, people that just want to go out and steal instead of maybe working for a living or whatever you would do other than loot a store and steal sneakers or TVs or whatever they've been stealing, right? No. They just want to create chaos. And they're going to do that by making political divisions, you know, Republicans versus Democrats. Of course, that's the low-hanging fruit for them. Then they want to start a race war. Then they want to argue about the Second Amendment. And then they want to argue about sexual preference, orientation. Until you actually sit back and look at it, and you look at real life, and you find that there's a gay Black man that has white friends, that stands for the Pledge of Allegiance and has an AR-15, and that completely destroys their narrative. And those people really exist, but you'll never see them on the news, will you? You'll never see these politicians pandering to them. No, not a chance. Because they've decided, even though Abraham Lincoln, the Republican, freed the slaves, even though KKK Byrd, Senator Byrd, in which Joe Biden did the eulogy at his funeral, was a high-ranking official in the Ku Klux Klan, the Democrats, and the Dixiecrats, so-called Southern Democrats, filibustered the Civil Rights Act of 63 and the Voting Rights Act of 65. The Democrats filibustered that, but it doesn't matter, because in 2020, the Democrat candidate gets up there and says, if you vote for Trump, then you ain't Black. And that offends me as a person. And if I had Black skin, I'd be pretty darn offended by that. I'd be very offended by that. So I don't know. I don't want to speak for other people that I'm not, but I can't see how any free thinker, reasonably smart person couldn't get pissed off at all that crap. So Gunny Jones with a super chat. Thanks a lot, dude. To the friendliest tourist G2C channel on YouTube. Thank you, man. They are pretty friendly guns, aren't they? I don't know if I'm friendly or not, but I don't know. I think I'm kind of friendly, but good people. I'm going to call out all these tyrants, and I've been doing it for a while now, and even though, like I said, the YouTube overlords and Susan and all of them, they like the channel, but they don't like it when I call them out, but that's especially why I'm going to call them out tonight, and I'm going to call them out every night, because it's BS, and these people are pandering, and it's fake news. I know Trump kind of coined that phrase and made it really famous. I like the fact that Trump says that, by the way, but I'm not copying Trump. It's just kind of a generic way to say it. This is fake news, okay? You can be many, many things because you have a brain in your head. And for people to say that, well, if you're white, you have to be a Republican, or if you're Black, you have to be a Democrat. All of the Latinos, nicest people I've seen on here. that have either been first-generation Americans, third-generation Americans. These are good people, good family values. I've met hundreds and hundreds of them on this channel. They say, well, Trump hates you and this and that, so you need to go to Biden. I don't know. Decide for yourself. I just think it's totally ridiculous that all these people get up there, especially since 3/4 of them are white, and they say, well, we need to, take this and let these people start their own autonomous nation, their own country within the walls of the United States. Just think about that for 1 minute here. Within the boundaries of the United States, they took an area, and these people are far left, left-wing, radical left-wing, communist is what they are, quite frankly. And what are they against? Okay, what are they against? Well, they're supposed to be against racism. But when you say all lives matter, they reject that. And they say only colors of lives matter. Sounds like they're actually the racist to me. Then they say they're against walls. That was one of the biggest things they rallied against Trump on, as Trump said, I'm going to build a wall and keep the bad people out and let the good people in. So what do they do immediately? They built a wall around this area as fast as they could. You can see the video footage of them running around. Yeah, they made it out of pieces of plastic and wood pallets, but still, they created a wall. If that doesn't sound hypocritical, then I'm not sitting here right now. And then Trump said, well, maybe we should have like a questionnaire or some sort of test to make sure people are coming to America for the right reasons, that they want to further the greatest experiment on self-governance of the people, by the people, where people only will have a government in place as long as they consent to that government. And if it becomes contrary to their God-given rights, their life, liberty, pursuit of happiness, and other things, that they will remove that government. People that at least have that type of ideal, and that you'll come here and that you'll work hard to the best of your abilities to try to better your new country. I think a lot of people want to do that. But no, the other side's been against that the whole time, saying no, it doesn't matter. The worse their criminal record is, the more they're going to pillage and rape and kill when they come in this country, the more we should let them in. And that didn't make any sense to me. Now, all of the hypocrites that have said that they denounce all of that and that they're just so loving, peace, love, and happiness, guess what? Before you can get into their wall of their new so-called country, so-called, okay, according to them, they vet you and they ask you questions and they make sure, according to their way of thinking, that you're, quote, one of them or that you're a good one. Is it just me? Am I losing my mind? Or does that also sound just a bit hypocritical and, quite frankly, insane? Now, also want to take our guns. They call them assault weapon. Assault weapon's not a real term, made up by the media. I mean, I guess it's real in one regard. Anything you use to inflict harm on someone is a weapon, and you're assaulting them with them. So you could have an assault rock, whatever. But we know what they mean when they say assault weapon. Fake term, fake news. It was invented really back in the 80s. Really got going in the 90s. They want to ban the AR-15, right? Let me cut to the chase here. But you see these people, and they're standing at the wall of their supposedly autonomous, guarding a wall, vetting you and asking questions before you can come in while holding AR-15s. So anybody that ever thought that they don't believe in keeping people out, you were wrong. Those that thought that racism doesn't work both ways and it doesn't matter what party you are in or what your ideology is, and you thought that, okay, just certain types of people are racist, you're wrong, because I'm seeing lots of racism right now. And it's completely and utterly insane, okay? But it's not the traditional kind. It's not what they think it is. No. We've done a lot with that kind of racism. This is a new type where basically, unless they're not even really looking at the color of people's skin anymore. Let me clarify. If you're not part of that left-wing communist ideology and you're not radical and you don't want to be the next Che Guevara, you're now racist. They're totally misusing the word. Now, for those that believed them for a minute that they said they don't like guns, that was wrong too, because they all love guns. We've heard a lot of the politicians talk about it in the past. Dianne Feinstein wanting to ban everything, but talking about the fully automatic weapons she has. Stuff that she can have, but we can't because of her being one of the most powerful senators in the country. All of these people that want to ban all the guns, but they have their entourage and their security that carries full kit, full machine guns with them everywhere they go. No, they love guns because, as Mao said, all political power comes out of the barrel of a gun. So therefore, since they want power and they want to dictate to you, because dictate is dictator, right? Since they want to dictate your life, everything you're supposed to think, everything you're going to do, of course they want guns, because without guns, they can't make you do anything. Now, people could go back to the Third Reich with Hitler and say he didn't like guns. Okay, he didn't like the people to have guns, because when he wanted to come in there and put through his master plan, he didn't want anyone to shoot back. But there still were millions, and I don't mean one or two, tens of millions of guns that were procured by the government. So they liked guns, even though they banned them from the people. China likes guns. Look at how many guns China has. And radical, socialist, communist, because that's what they are, in the United States that say they want to ban your guns, they obviously like them too, because they're using them to guard the wall and to vet people. And it's even worse than that, because the people that are behind this wall that they've built, if they still want to run their business, they're extorting them, making them pay payments. That's allegedly what's going on. Tell me what that sounds like. Has anyone heard of 1921? The fascists came into Italy. 1917, the Bolshevik Revolution. They all had guns. They just took them from the people that wanted their own peace of mind, their own peaceful existence, and wanted to protect themselves against bad people and a tyrannical government, and they took them from them and kept them for themselves. So it's not that these people are anti-gun, because whenever we say gun control, gun is not the operative word in that sentence. Control is, and they want to control you. And as in the book 1984, where it gets to the point where how many fingers am I holding up? And he's holding up 4, but he says 3. That's what they want. Because when they can sit there just because you don't agree with them or vote the way they do, and they can pen you as racist, misogynistic, xenophobic, all these words that I hadn't even hardly heard of until the last few years. Some of them I'd heard of, some I haven't, but they're even creating new words for all this crap. Chaz? What the heck is that? Get out of here. Sounds like improper grammar to me, but now we have this place called Chaz, and they make up new words, and they're literally trying to tell you, I'm holding up 3 fingers, turn in your guns, we'll take care of you, we'll abolish the police, and you can see right in front of your own eyes what they actually are going to do. They're going to have drones of rolling thugs walking up and down the street, because they're already doing it. They're already patrolling this place of peace, love, and happiness. Saw a clip just on TV earlier where somebody's cell phone came up missing in this beautiful place of peace, love, and happiness. According to the mayor, that's what she called it anyways. This is a summer of peace, love, and happiness. Yeah, until someone's phone came up missing, and they all surrounded this guy, and a guy had a baseball bat in his hand. And then later on, they found a few minutes later that no, that dude actually didn't steal the phone. He was here, and they found it way over there. No justice, no peace. Okay. Is that justice? Walking up to the street with a band of thugs, putting a baseball bat in someone's face and saying, you took the cell phone. Now you're going to get it. That's justice? See, here's the problem with these people. Everything they're saying is a lie. Because they claim they want justice, but they want bands of thugs to go around the streets, extort money from people, pick on people, put up a wall where only certain people that are like-minded can come in. That's not tolerance. That's the opposite of tolerance. Walking up to people, again, and having that thug mentality, regardless of what color they are. There's all kinds of colors of people that are living in this, quote, peaceful, gated community of love. It's kind of funny, though, because they don't have any economy. They wanted to give out free food until they realized that all the homeless people from all around are just flocking in. They're just flocking in and eating all their food, but there's nobody there paying any taxes. And they're not putting their fruits of their labor to goods that they can sell. So it goes back to that whole thing, right? Communism works great till you run out of somebody else's money. Or as I used to say, I had that shirt that said, the Obama value meal, and it showed the McDonald's emblem, and it said, order whatever you want, and the guy behind you will pay for it. Yeah, that all sounds real great. So you're out of everyone else's money, and you realize that, hold on, eventually somebody has to actually get up and work, because if you're not doing anything like that, and you just want to sit and scream at the top of your lungs forever and create your own country, do something about it. Because the colonists, the revolutionaries, they didn't just scream, which they did that too. They protested. They said, I will not comply to the crown. And that was very important. And it's still important that we protest and say, I will not comply. But then they hunkered down, see? They started up their shops. Paul Revere was a silversmith. He was making silverware and selling it to people to make money so he could afford the horse that he got on to do the famous midnight ride of Paul Revere. Because, see, that wouldn't have happened if he would have literally just been laying there like a slob and not working and not doing anything to try to make a living for himself and his family. He probably wouldn't have fed the horse. It would have starved to death, and he never would have been able to warn them. And then who knows how Lexington and Concord would have happened. So that's the problem with these people. They say, oh, we're just like the American revolutionaries. We're doing the same thing they are in the same spirit. No, you're not. You guys are liars. Action speaks louder than words. The people that started this country, not only did they have great minds, and they wrote beautifully worded documents that basically just enshrine and tell the government, don't tread on these rights that already pre-existed government. Natural right. For me, God-given right. Not only did they do all that, but they actually got out there and worked and actually did something about it. Complaining is one thing, and we should complain. And I'm going to go to Lansing, Michigan, and I encourage you all to go next Thursday for a rally. Rallies are great, okay? But then I'm going to be back to work the rest of the week before and after that. And that's a big difference. And the other difference between us and them, I'm pro-gun for all people, okay? All people, because the Second Amendment doesn't say shall not be infringed unless you're this, unless you're that. No, it actually doesn't say that. But them, no, they want to take all the guns away where only they can have them. Freedom of speech. Congress shall pass no law. It doesn't say unless you're this, unless you're that. No, everybody has freedom of speech. So I've been noticing the conservatives that I know anyways, moderates, normal Democrats. This isn't just about party here. This is just like normal people versus crazy people, how I see it. We're actually more truly liberal than they are because we understand and we appreciate. And we just went to Howell last week to protect people's right to peaceably assemble by a group that I don't agree with their politics, but we still were there to protect it. But they don't want to do that. They want to shut you down and say, get ashamed of yourself. You need to be ashamed. You need to shut your mouth. Since you're not this and you're not that, you're not allowed to talk. That doesn't sound very liberal to me. That sounds like a fascist, which is ruling by fear and inciting fear in people and making you afraid to be yourself and say what you want to say. And we've been cooped up so darn long. Some places for good reason, other places, in my opinion, for extreme government overreach, that people's confidence was already down. People already might not have been doing so well mentally, physically, or both, because they're both connected. So what do? They do what they always do. They prey on the weak and they instill more fear. And they say, come with us and we'll help you. Don't ask any questions. Just shut up and do it. And we've seen it happen before. So yeah, it's crazy that we're seeing all this crap right now, but the czars ran out of office, families brutally murdered. And it's been a while since I've shown this. This is the first Soviet currency. Why do I have this here? I'm not a fan of this. This is despicable. I don't like this. But it's here because we don't want to forget about it. And it just simply says the Bolsheviks took control of Russia during the October Revolution of 1917, establishing the Russian Socialist Federated Soviet Republic, a precursor to the USSR. This undersized note was amongst the first issues of the new communist government. And indeed they are. And indeed they were communist. Now this government may have fallen, but these people haven't gone anywhere. And if you want to see these people, just turn on TV. You'll see them all over the place. You'll see them in Chaz. You'll see them on the streets. You'll see them behind the anchor's desk. CNN and many other stations. And they haven't really gone anywhere. Now, a lot of brave people have risked their lives, and a lot of them gave up the ultimate sacrifice and died for the United States of America and never came back to fight off this kind of stuff. World War I, II, Vietnam, hundreds in between. It was all to fight off this hammer and sickle, and it's right here in front of us right now. And they're not hiding about it anymore. They're not hiding it. They're calling it a commune. And they're just doing it with much praise and much support from many politicians, celebrities, people with money. And is it just me, or is it about time for this crap to stop? Because how much longer can you just keep on promoting certain values in a country before it actually happens? And if people wanted this communism all along and it was so beautiful and it was so great, then why did we fight all these wars against it? And after it was done, the people's lives increased. People started doing much better. People didn't have to worry about wars in the streets in front of their houses so much. And it's crazy because if you talk to many people from Eastern Europe that said, I lived behind the Iron Curtain. No, there's still some sympathizers, but at the same time, many and most people I've talked to, they're a lot happier with how it is now than how it was then. And this isn't like that far back in history. That's the crazy part. You know, it started over 100 years ago, but the Bolshevik Revolution is where it really, really kicked off. And it's kind of been going on ever since. And just as it seemed like we're defeating it, now it seems like we're begging for it. The president has said, get a hold of your state, get a hold of your city, or I'm going to come in there and get a hold of it. And then you know what happens? His top generals are going against him. Seriously. The military's bailing on him. Now, that doesn't mean the individual soldier, Marine, sailor, airman, Coast Guard. That's not what I mean. I mean the hierarchies of the militaries, the very top people, Joint Chiefs. They're against him. It appears to me that not only the other side, but many of the top brass in the United States military right now is perfectly fine with somebody forming a communist country within the middle of the United States. Am I wrong, guys? That's what it looks like to me. It's kind of crazy, isn't it? And I'm way behind on the chat, so let's see what's going on here. Jeff Fuss with the super chat. Thanks a lot, man. And thank you so much for being one of the leaders in the Second Amendment movement. Second Amendment Sanctuary Counties movement in Michigan, and you've done a lot for the state of Michigan, and I really appreciate it, man, all your hard work. And the chat just skipped down on me again here. Brother Man with the $20 super chat. Thanks a lot, man. Hey, brother from another mother. How's it going, man? Brother Man could be my older brother, couldn't he? He's a pretty good dude. I don't know. What do you guys think, though? I'm not quite as handsome as him, though. Maybe I'm his half-brother. You know what I'm saying? I was the old mailman kid or something, right? I don't know. He's a little handsomer than me, so I'll take that as a compliment. Oh, boy. We've got Backderm, new slang, amosexuality. Yep. Yeah, 64 Samsky says, I can't believe the Boogaloo Boys joined up with Antifa. What the heck's going on? And that's why I titled this stream. I know I kind of went off on a rant, but now I'm coming back because, as I often say, you guys are often a lot smarter than me. So I'm kind of curious to see what you guys have to say about this. I don't know if I was right in everything I just said, but it's how I felt, so I said it. And I'm curious to see what you guys think about all this. Kind of crazy, right? Okay, Sherry 1999, how's it going? She says they're complete idiots. Hello. And hello to you, and I would say they're complete idiots. I would agree with that. Yeah, so Beckderm and Guerrero are talking about the $300 Breda 92S trade-ins. Awesome pistols. I really like them. I've had mine for years. Here's the little downfall, though, the caveat. The mag release, while it's push button, it's way down here, okay, on the bottom of the grip frame. Many/most of the Breda 92 mags you buy nowadays only have the cutouts on the top. So you really have to be specific and look for it with it also on the bottom. Now, these aren't white elephants. You can still find them, but most aren't. So, great guns. Very high quality fit and finish. The one I have is absolutely beautiful, but most of the commonly available 92 mags will not fit. You're going to probably have to spend just a little extra and look a little harder. So I wanted to give everyone a fair warning there, but for $300, they're awesome. And they've gone up in price. I bought mine for about $250 just a couple years ago. So like most milsurps, if you want it and you can afford it, get it when you can, because they're going to go out of stock. And when or if they come back in, the price always goes back up. So that's just pretty much standard advice on any milsurp there is, really. Bill Randall, yes, sir. You probably said that before I started ranting too hard. Chaz is protected by walls and AR-15s. Yep, that's exactly what I was saying. Cats, Cars, and Ringtail Gang. Let's see here. I know he's a big Glock fan. Oh, he said, who knows Che Guevara's real name? I don't know. What is his real name? Rapist? I don't know. He did a lot of that. This wasn't a good person, by the way. Look at his track record. Shell Hawk, shut up and obey. Yeah, you shut up. You obey. You listen to us. You're the privileged. You don't have anything to say anymore. Just get in line. Turn in your guns. Pay your taxes, you peasant. Bow down and worship us. Don't worry about it. We'll put you out of your misery quick enough. Is that what you're saying, man? Because that's kind of how I feel lately. Ron Davies, sing it hey, you're on. You don't want me to sing. There is a song I've had stuck in my head, but I'll try not to. Talking about the old selection switch. Some people call that the fun switch on the M16. Yes, sir. James Finnegan. Yep. MI are full. Some of the M16s had it where it was full auto. Hold down the trigger once, the whole mag will dump. Other ones, as they upgraded them, if you will, newer versions, 3-round burst, right? Back term, I have not seen money part of history, and it is history. And as soon as you forget history, you're doomed to repeat it, which is exactly why they're trying to wash history and make everybody forget, so they have no idea what's coming. Oh, Mateo, thank you for reminding me of that. But before I do, hey, if you guys forgot to give it a thumbs up, there's 106 watching, 89 thumbs ups. Maybe we could get it up to 100 or something just for the heck of it. Doing my e-begging, guys. Please give me a thumbs up. Come on. No, you guys don't have to. I'm just reminding you. And another thing, real quick here. So I'm going to find it. I don't promote it a lot, but it does help out a little bit because like I said earlier, I don't have sponsors, okay? A couple things here and there, but nobody's like writing me a paycheck. This is out of my money. Generous super chats from you all, Patreon supporters, Subscribe Star. Love every one of you. And Patreon supporters. Hopefully you guys like that video. I sent you guys an early preview for a pretty unique little pistol. And you guys can see it first, and I'm going to release that to the general public on Monday. But here's my Amazon link, guys. I'm just throwing it in there real quick. I don't mind asking you guys because it costs you nothing. If you just use the Amazon link for any of your regular Amazon shopping, you click on it, it takes you to Amazon. There's the 2A EDU store. You can look at what's in there, but that doesn't mean anything. You can just buy whatever you normally would. Brother Man will tell you guys how it works, actually. So he's been a big supporter in all of his videos. He's always shouting on the Amazon link. So that helps me out a little bit. For those of you that don't have two nickels to rub together, just click on through. And thanks for the thumbs ups, guys. I appreciate it. Semper Paratus. Right on, man. The thumbs ups will help feed the llama. Right on. Brother Man says I need glasses. Well, come on, man. Everyone can't look as good as you, like I said earlier. I do need some glasses, though. Does anyone have some glasses I can wear? Where's my... I left my safety glasses out in the truck because it got dark out. Amanda Coble's still here, but Jeremy went to bed. What's up with that? Yeah, what's up with that, Amanda? Has he turned into a lightweight or what? I don't know, guys. A-Dub says it's called the group therapy switch. That's kind of funny. I get it, man. I do. John Doe says, Glock is for loser. High points where it's at. Troll much? Nah, he's messing with you guys, man. I hope he's just messing with us. Actually, Cats, Cars, and Ringtail Gang, he'll have your back. I don't think Cats and Cars is too much of a Glock fan. Bruce Lambert said he bought extra 92S Beretta mags directly from Beretta. Yep. And they do make modern ones where it's cut in both places, but just look out for that. I don't want to see anyone get in the jam where they buy some Beretta 92 mags and didn't notice that there's no cutoff out on the bottom. So heck yeah. Yeah, Amanda says, I think so. Jeez, I'm going to have to give that boy some heck tomorrow. Not going to let him off easy on this one. VA Wolf, what's happening? Been a long time. Well, welcome back. MAGA Patriot. Can you put the light blue hat on? I want to see what it looks like with my optics. Ooh, you guys don't want to aim at me, do you? We're going to talk about them in a few minutes, the blue helmets. Oh, yeah. Can't go too long without talking about those idiots, but we will. In 1 minute here. Lori Dickin, what's happening? What's happening? Thanks for the heads up earlier. Lambertville, it seems like they went to, and they might still be there right now. So anyone down in the Lambert area of southern Michigan there, southeast, be safe. Appreciate it, VA Wolf. Chuck R., what's happening, man? How you doing, Chuck? Roy Hill, Joseph Gonzalez, what's up from Central Florida? Yep, long time. Stay safe. You stay safe too, man. Wish you the best down there. You know what? Semper Paratus, I want one of those Beretta 1951s. Classic still has them. They've already raised the price $30. I just don't have enough money for everything, but I really would like to get one before they sell out or the prices go up because they're a good price right now. And then if you guys remember, there was the Egyptian Helwan, basically a Brigadier 1951 copy. Heck yeah. UN Robin's Egg ammo is still better than ACU. Outdoors with Tim, 2A strong, South Carolina. Right on, man. He's always representing his state down there. Nice. Yeah, do you like my hat back there? I like this hat. Joseph Gonzalez, looking slim. Are you talking about the Taurus G2S Slim pistol? Because people have been... I need to do a follow-up on that. All of a sudden, a lot of people are asking me, hey, can you tell me how that worked out with the 709 mags? So I think I need to do a follow-up about that. Yeah, we just try not to use all caps. If you need to use it here and there, it's just when it's all caps, it kind of takes over the screen where it's hard for me to see everyone else. So, VA Wolf for the super chat. You didn't have to pay to say that, but I do appreciate it. Every little bit helps, and I do have more firearms, getting for the channel, and I actually have one, and the Patreon guys know what I'm talking about, and it's going to be out there very soon. And I wish there was a way that it could keep me a list of people who are contributing with super chats too. I wish they could. I'll have to figure out how to do that. See, YouTube doesn't have a messenger anymore is the problem. Because I'd like to send you guys links to early stuff too. But YouTube has in the past, as many of you may know, they used to have just a messenger where you could click on someone's name and say, send them a message, right? And you can't do that anymore. So, but it's all right. Everybody will see the video coming up here Monday of a new pistol that I got, which is pretty cool. Let's see here. Chuck R wants to know if anyone's heard of CBC Industries. Rings a bell, but I'll have to think about it. Doraro, that's terrible. That Lowell police chief being forced to resign, that is completely and utterly disgusting. And it ticks me off. He thanked the patriots that came and helped keep the city safe. He said he appreciated what they did, which was very similar to what we did in Howell, Michigan. And he got fired? This is back to what I was talking about earlier. This is how stupid all this has turned into. What's up is up. Like, who even knows anymore? What's up? All part of their plan, right? So for him saying thank you to the good people who made it where there weren't riots, pillaging, looting, murder in my city, he had to resign because he appreciated people keeping the peace. Now, if he wanted to be the next vice president, he would have went out there and stood outside of the city and said, hey, get in here, take it over. It's all yours. Just take all the tax dollars, pillage it, steal, do whatever you want. That's what he would have done if he wanted to move up in his career. And instead he got fired for saying, I appreciate law and order, and I appreciate how safe everybody was in my city and how you guys helped protect people's First Amendment rights and the hard worked for personal property and businesses of the community. And that's considered a bad thing now. So bad that shut up. Keep your mouth shut. Oh, you won't shut up? You're fired. Get out of here. Go be homeless. We'll get you so darn poor that you'll have to come back and beg Uncle Sugar for a food stamp, for something to eat. Just turn in your guns. Take the vaccine. Do what we want. And we'll feed you because you can't live long without eating. Is that what it sounds like? Literally. Somebody saying, I'm glad we kept the peace. No, shut up. We won't have no peace here. Excuse me? Yeah, the man literally got fired from his job because he thanked Second Amendment supporters for keeping everything so peaceful, and that's sickening. And this is a small town in Michigan. Saw what was going on in Grand Rapids, and they didn't want it to happen in Lowell, Michigan. There's actually a brand of pump spray I've used for years called RL Flowmaster, and that's where they're made. If anyone wants some useful trivia. Lowell, Michigan. Smaller-ish town. They kept the peace. They kept the peace. And the police thanked them, and he got fired. Because in so many other cities, the police weren't enough. The police weren't enough. Especially with their rules of engagement where many mayors and governors tied their hands behind their backs. Of course. You know, tie someone's hands behind their backs, what are they going to do? Obviously, capitulate. Get killed, which many cops have been killed. Many more cops have been killed lately than cops have killed other people. I can't help but to cite that statistic, but shut up. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to me. All cops are bad. Anyone that supports cops should be fired. Get out of here. That's what they're going to tell you. Don't even pay attention to the statistics. Why would you educate yourself? Just listen, obey, and shut your mouth, right? It's crazy. It's literally crazy. History's repeating itself, V.A. Wolf. Yeah. Only us middle-aged folks, 30 to 55, that were taught correctly. And we were taught correctly, and these are the insane people. That's why I said earlier, people walk up to me. I did a video earlier about it. Someone walks up to me and tries to shame me for who I am. In one ear, out the other. Screw you. I'm not listening to you. You're not even worthy of acknowledgement because it's wrong and it's fake. Eden's Vision, thank your wife from me for sharing her time with you for us. And I do thank my wife, and you're such a sweetheart, Eden. And she's watching right now, and you know how much I love you, and baby girl, and man, I do. I'm really lucky. I do have a great wife. I don't want to just sit here and brag about it, but it's true. Thank you, Eden. Thank you. She's the best there is, and she's a lot better than me. And yeah, this is her Friday night date. We can prove it every Friday night. I'm on here. Jeremy Wilson's going to bed. Ooh. Amanda Cobles got him beat. See, Amanda's a good chick. She can hang. People like Jeremy. You're going to get it tomorrow, dude. Jeremy, he went from Alabama up here to Michigan. He's a local guy now. I can catch up to him and give him some crap. What do you think, Pillbox Bunker? What do you think? What do you say we rough that boy up tomorrow? Come on. Oh, boy, it's funny. Guerrero M, give him heck. Outdoors with Tim with the super chat. Thanks, dude. I appreciate it. Thank you. Keep doing what you're doing down there, Tim. I know you're passionate, man. You're growing with a lot of crap in your state, too. You really are. I know you are. Zephiel, thank you for reminding me. Okay, here's what I'm going to do, guys. I need a drink. Tons and tons of pollen, like it's white, not white, like a yellowish, gray, white film on everything. Car windows. So my throat's getting a little dry, but I'm going to take a quick break. Amanda's all in. Right on, Amanda. I knew I liked you. You're a good one. We'll get him. Don't worry about it, boys. All right, I'm going to take a quick drink, go grab some nice cold iced tea from my cooler. When I come back, we're going to talk about blue helmets, possibly coming to America on invitation, and remind me one more time, Zephiel, about the 6.5. The 6.5, the pretty cool. I'll be right back in like 2 minutes, guys. Tinkle timer set. Thanks, Pillbox. There's always one. See, guys, these are my friends. These are the local guys, and that's all right, though. I know where they live. I do, actually. I do know where they live, so I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. Is anyone still in here? One of these days, I'm going to come back and no one's here, and I'm going to be like, yes, I just got done early for the night. Nah. If I wanted to get off of here, I would. But Rockford Ordnance, what's happening, man? Looks like we got a celebrity in the house. One of the newer members of the 1,000 subscriber club, which is pretty cool because this is a guy that when I subbed to him, he had like 10. So I'm proud of you, man. And don't worry about it. You didn't miss anything. Okay, Rockford? You're privileged, so just shut up. You're dumb. You don't get to talk. If you wanted peace, you wanted law and order, if you thought this was a republic, if you thought this was a grand experiment on self-governance, consent by the people, you were wrong. So just shut up and obey, because we know what's best for you. So that's what you missed, Rockford. That's what it's like, though, if you turn on the news, though, right? He's like, dang it, I didn't know I had CNN, huh? Rockford's frantically trying to change the channel right now. No. We're CNN. You know this isn't CNN because could they possibly have a llama that looks this good on any of the fake stream news? I mean, come on. VA Wolf, keep your head up, man. There's a lot to be happy for. There's a lot of crap going on, but we just have to call it out. And you can see right now, there's like over 100 people in here. And besides the very, very small, diminutive, and quite frankly, weak 2A EDU fan club that's just in here because, well, mom's basement, okay? Besides them, you've got over 100 patriots in here that prove to you that if you're getting down a little bit, people have your back. People have your back. He says was concerned a little bit, happier now, and great that I'm doing okay. I'm doing great, man. Just working a lot, but I have some videos in the queue that have actually been recorded. Few people have already seen a preview of my video for Monday, so don't worry about it. There's some pretty tough dudes in here. Some pretty tough chicks, actually. Especially in the case with Amanda Coble. She's still in here. And oh, you didn't even go to sleep, did you, Jeremy? Have I ever told you guys how much I like Jeremy Wilson? A lot of you guys probably knew that a long time ago, and things have changed a lot, and in his case, for the better. And I know how much he appreciated everybody's prayers when he lost his wife, and she died too young, but look, it's not a matter of getting over somebody. You never get over, but he's had a lot of positive turns in his life too, so someone I consider a good friend, just like guys, actually. Speaking of old friends on here, John Williams, how you doing, man? Nice to see you. Scotty, yeah, you'll respect my authority. Just turn in all your guns here. They'll be fine. Llama will know what to do. Llama has more guns than you do, so just give him the rest, and you'll be totally fine. Yeah, just be yourself. That's what my video was about this morning. Just be yourself. If you're doing something wrong, you know it. Everybody at least knows right from wrong, right? If you're doing something wrong, apologize for it. If you're just being yourself, don't apologize. There's nothing to apologize for, because anyone who would ask you to apologize for something that's not wrong and that you can't help, nor do you want to help, that's a sick person, and they don't deserve for you to probably even communicate with them, let alone even think about bowing down to them. Totally sickening. These are sick people. And I might get some people mad by saying that, but you know what? If you act like you're sick and you act like you're crazy and you're trying to impose it on other people and drag all these good people down, then guess what? I'm going to call you out. So probably not too many of those type in here. They probably left a while ago, but you guys know what I'm saying. Kathleen Music Lover, I don't know what's right or wrong. See, and then there's always one of those. Kathleen, you started off the night, found out you was hanging out with the poor conservative, and I tried to cut you a little slack, and then here you are again. As the old saying goes, Kathleen, there you go again. What do you guys think? Should I cut Kathleen Music Lover some slack, or should I still be your friend, or let me know. I'll try to read here before I go off on another rant. Semper Pratis is sorry I ain't as petty as 2A EDU. Not, LOL. Semper will have you guys' back. Look at, I mean, What? How many branches of service did you serve in? I know it's at least 2, if not 3. See, I keep track. I pay attention a little more than you guys think. I'll be ranting and kind of reading out of the corner of my eye. I know he's been in at least 2 or 3 branches of the service for sure. 2, see? Told you so. Scotty says I dropped my bubble gum. I don't know. They're called humanist. Is that people that eat other people? Is that what this is all about? Hey, I might sound like I'm joking, but you guys just watch. As crazy as this new world is, there was a book, A Brave New World. Don't worry. We'll probably have cannibalism soon in this country. Yeah, Bill Randall, don't worry. Liberalism's not contagious. It's not contagious at all. Just shut up. Burn the books. Get rid of them. We don't need to know about that. Bolshevik? What's that? This is just peace and love. That's all this is. This is peace and love, and we have no idea why Lenin, Stalin, and others killed hundreds of millions of people. Don't even worry about it. Just shut up. Just look the other way. Just keep paying your taxes. It's okay. You can trust the government. They won't go rogue on you. No. Right? That's what they tell you. Christopher Megan, it's a virus. Yeah, there's a virus, all right, isn't there? There is, too. Semper, when they start eating llamas, I'm going to go nuclear. Yeah. Yeah, see, here's the thing. I can turn the other cheek, okay? If they want to eat people, go for it. Whatever. Zombies, you know. Llama, nah, that's probably where I'll draw the line. It's probably where I'll draw the line because it's been made aware to me that that's the only reason people even watch this show. So, there you go. Ooh, Cats, Cars, and Ringtail Gang's buying his first Glock. Nice, man. Welcome. Oh, humanism. Okay. I thought you were talking about... It reminded me of cannibalism. But I wouldn't be surprised. Why doesn't Llama have a mask? Good question, Bill. We're in the I will not comply camp over here. We're kind of on the fringes. We're the scourge of society here. That's funny, Rockford. Oh, boy. Now you guys are talking about Jeremy Wilson. That's funny. You guys are cracking me up here. 80%. I like them. I think they're awesome. You know, the government doesn't need to know what you have. And as far as I'm concerned, it's great to build your own. Perfectly legal. And even if it wasn't, it'd still be great too. So there you go. Shall not be infringed definitely includes 80% guns. And yeah, I like them. I like them a lot, Thomas. Now, I will tell you this. YouTube, Susan WikiWiki, my biggest fan. Like I said earlier, for those of you just joining us, she's not my girlfriend. She's just the biggest fan of the channel. She's the head of YouTube, right? They call her Susan WikiWiki. She decided in all of her infinite wisdom, because she's smarter than us, just shut up, 2AEDU. We'll tell you how you can run your gun channel. All right. Can't show 80% firearms, so that's why you haven't seen any on the channel. But I did do a Poly 80 Glock, but I bought a serialized frame because here's how this works. The 2AEDU fan club, otherwise known as the Mom's Basement crowd, Keyboard Commando. Hey, if you're living in your mom's basement, it's fine. I'm just talking about the ones in the fan club. They report the video. Susan and her little drones look at it. And yeah, you're not allowed to show 80% firearms on YouTube. So that's why you don't see them here. But I did buy a serialized frame, which is not an 80%. It's legally a firearm. And I built it with the Rem Sport slide, which I need to do another follow-up on that because I'm really impressed with that loaded Rem Sport slide. Like, it's nice. The barrel, the stainless guide rod and spring assembly, all of it. The nitriding, it's a great product. So I really do like those. You just don't see a lot of it on here, okay? So, because do I really care about YouTube's rules? No, but here's the conundrum you get in, right? If I go ahead and show an 80% Glock right here on the stream, it'll be fun for all of 5 minutes. Then the channel will be gone, and you guys will have to watch a channel with a crappier llama or probably no llama at all. So, you know what I'm saying? What's happening, Matt Morrison? How you doing, man? Nice to see you. And if you were here earlier, I wasn't ignoring you, but I ignore everybody when I go on my rants because I guess I'm just not multi-talented enough to speak two things at once. But should I try that? No, I'm not going to try that. Don't worry about that, guys. There you go. Cave Dave is living in his wife's basement. No, you guys knew what I meant by that, though. That's funny. Actually, the basement's a nice place. It's usually a lot cooler. I kind of wish I was in a basement right now. It's cooled off quite a bit. It's 75 degrees in here. But that's because it was 100 2 days ago. It'll cool off. Up north, what's happening? Ooh, Cats and Cars and Ringtail Gang. I refuse to have a Glock. I thought you were becoming a Glock guy. Man, come on. I'm not a Glock guy. I like Glocks. I do. They're great guns, but I'm not a Glock guy. I thought finally, though, Cats and Cars. What do you guys think? It's funny. See, I get used to you guys' habits in here. This guy's done nothing but bash Glock continually from day one. Let's see here. Black GA Lager says, have I thought about getting a BitChute account? I do not have that. I do have Gunstreamer, okay? Not too many people watch on there. Yeah, this is, you know, I like all you guys. Look, I don't like YouTube, okay? I really don't, but this is where everybody's at. I like you guys. So it's kind of tough, but it's tough to explain. If I go over there on the Gunstreamer, I can't stream first of all. And there might be like 30 or 40 people there, which is awesome, but I wouldn't be able to hang out with all of you, you know? Yeah, I like so many guns. It'd be almost impossible. It'd be almost impossible to get me to like really get in a big gun debate as far as this one sucks or this one's good because I'm just so eclectic in my interests. Like, I love this Yugo M64 milled back here. Okay. We have a Remington. Mosin Nagant. Yes, Remington. Did make them for a while. That the Tsar, okay, in Russia was buying. And then when the Bolsheviks came in, like most communists do, they reneged down their bills and didn't pay. But yeah, that's an American Remington. I love the G2C, as you know. Wait till you guys see this cool little polymer pistol that I'm going to be doing a video on Monday. So I'm pretty eclectic. I really am. I like Matt Morrison. No, I do like you, man, a lot. But also what he said here. Just keep doing what you're doing. And that is what I do on here. If you guys can't tell, there's no script. I just come on here. I say what's on my mind. I reflect on what you guys are saying and just have a good time. So this is me. If you like it, great. If you don't, sorry about your luck. And that's why the llama's here for everybody else. You want to know what my script is right now? Let's look at this. Is what's in front of me. A Glock OEM Gen 4 trigger housing. So, yeah. That was the script for tonight's speech. Brought to you by Rudy Finney, who paid the kind folks to give me compliments and get my confidence up enough to bribe people where I could, you know, feel welcome in my own stream. So that was hilarious earlier when I was just talking about how I have no sponsorship. And he's like, here's a little super chat tip to pay for some more of those. I thought it was hilarious. KY Gent 508. What's happening, man? Up north is going to bed. Well, I'm going to hang out for a few more minutes. JB and Water 2. What's up, man? Another good local guy. The scanner was going crazy in Bedford tonight. Yep. They were being bad. They are checking out the state people. They're checking out of state people. Yes. Out of state people. Because these southeastern portions of Michigan, these little rural farming communities have a lot of people from probably Toledo, Ohio. I mean, my daughter was born down in Toledo, Ohio, so I don't have hate for any of that. It's just that's what they do. They come from the big city. They come into the small city. They want to destroy, and then they go back to their Miserable existence. And there's good people living in all these cities too, of course. Of course. But there's a lot of bad ones. Control, bro. I don't know, man. I'm a little bit young to be a boomer, but Jeremy Wilson, yes. Somebody was talking about Classic had some CZ99s, 999s. I got a couple CZ99s. I used to pull them out and show them during the live streams until Susan, like I said, she's a fan of the channel. But yeah, go to sleep, Jeremy. I'm just messing with you. I had to give your old lady some props. I did. Some of these guys will surprise you in here. Some of their old ladies will surprise you even more. Spock is alive, said it was me. Yeah, I've got a couple. I don't have the CZ999, but I do have two of the CZ99s, which is the military police version. So it's the same gun, though. We're talking about the same thing. I should do that. I think I should. Let me know if anyone else is interested in those. I like the old, former Yugo pistols. I do. I've got quite a few of them, actually. Rockford Ordnance, I think everyone here would follow you to Gunstreamer. I doubt you'd lose more than 5%. I don't know, man. We'll have to see, but is there streaming on there yet? Not that I know of. Of course, I haven't been on there lately. I've been so busy, but yeah, the compact G, only 1,000 made. Nice, nice. What's up, Brownies for my fat? How you doing, man? Cool, cool. I'm going to say it's Black GA Lager, but I'm probably mispronouncing your name. See, it's funny when you read names. I'm thinking like, okay, he's in Georgia and he's drinking a beer, but I don't know how to pronounce the name other than that, man. Came across your channel from your Taurus Spectrum videos. Great content. And I do like the Taurus Spectrum. I really do. Those videos are fun to make. Definitely funny to make. Jeremy, give Mateo crap. You can give him crap. Come on, Jeremy. I'll have your back. He won't be able to get to you. He lives too far away. Amanda. Oh, boy. You guys are funny. What's Kathleen Music Lover doing here? Are you? Well, that's one of the users, Kathleen. I don't know. We're talking about Taurus Spectrums. He's another Taurus guy. Everybody can't like Glock 34 long frames. I mean, come on. For the rest of us peasants, we like the Tauruses. Taurus PT 111 G2. The pistol that I'm going to be reviewing Monday, guys, the magazines that come with it, you'll be able to use them in your Taurus G3, your Taurus G2C, your PT 111 G2, your Millennium, all of those. If you have the original Millennium, watch yourself, though. Don't drop it when it's loaded. Semper Paredes. I definitely have experience with the Spectrums, and I've done a couple videos, but you're probably not asking me. So all of you people out there, let him know. Let him know what you think. I like mine. I do. Very comfortable to shoot. Bill Randall says, not enough hours in the day to watch all the platforms. YouTube's quick and easy to watch. There you go. All right. Okay. You guys are funny. Yes. King Sales is saying PT 709S. So the 709 10-round update on the G2S. Yes, I want to really bad. Just keep in mind, Gretchen, the tyrannical government. Yeah, I don't want to rant about her too much more right now because I'm in a good mood, but she screwed stuff up in the state pretty darn bad, and I've been in chaos ever since. So, yeah. So, yes, I definitely want to do a follow-up on the G2S with the 10-round mag, and it's on my list. That's all I can tell you, and I really appreciate everyone being so patient. I really do. The Reptile guys with the super chat. Thanks a lot, man. And you were the winner over there on Beretta Man's channel. Nice, man. Congratulations. I saw that earlier. I went in there and gave you a little thumbs up emoji. I don't know if you noticed it. The G48, those are pretty cool. Those are pretty cool, especially if you get the double stack mags. The ones that are made by Checkmate Industries. What's that new company they're calling themselves? But their Checkmate is who it actually is that makes those. Let's see here. Ooh, Region 1 resistance with the emojis. Oh, boy. Cats, Cars, and Ringtail Gang. You making Glock videos, man? We'll have to check that out. He said if you want to look at the new Glock 48, you can go over there. Spock is alive. Desert Eagle or 1911, Casper says. Well, you know what? I can't afford a Desert Eagle. Not with the new 6.5 I bought. So, yeah. Has anyone ever heard of the 6.5 Carcano? You probably have. And it's actually an interesting little round. So, I'm looking forward to getting out and shooting some of that soon. We're talking like 150 grain projectile into a little 6.5 case. And it's a pretty cool round, actually. One that's often forgotten about. And yeah, it has the round nose. See, they never upgraded it to the Spitzer type bullet. But in this particular round, it actually works out quite well. Because you've got that big round. It still actually has a pretty good BC on it, believe it or not. And just that big round, it's actually pretty good. Kind of like not as fast as some of your other ones. Definitely not as fast as 6.5 Creed or as fast as 6.5 Grendel. But it's still going to be throwing 150 grains down range at pretty high speed, certainly well over 2,000 foot per second. There's different loadings. It gets real complicated when you're talking milsurps. Like, was this their original loading from 1891? Different types of powders have been introduced ever since. But, you know, you're talking like 2,500 foot per second, 150 grains, not bad. And then there's some modern production ammo by PPU that's like the 123 grain. And that stuff's actually ripping along pretty good. So Royal Tiger Imports, they're selling off that cache that they bought from Ethiopia. Guns that have been in Ethiopia in some cases for over 100 years. And if you guys are into some of that stuff, they've got the Italian Veterellis. They've got, you know, just everything you can think of. VZ52s, Mausers from tons of different countries. Tons of Italian guns in 6.5 Carcano in 7.35, which is a little known round that they switched to for 2 years during World War II, 1938 to about 1940. And then by popular demand, the troops threw up and caused a big fight and went back to 6.5 again. So if anyone's into the cool old milsurp stuff, definitely have an opportunity to get some stuff that hasn't been available for a while. Longer bullet catches all rifling. Yes. It does. You're right. It stabilizes very well. I think you're onto something there. Let's see. Harry's talking about the Carcanos with the Japanese scope. I hear they're having a problem with them going back into the left. I just have the Italian variety. I know the Japanese also contracted and used those too. The troops threw up. No, they threw a fit. Did I say they threw up? I meant like they threw up their hands and said, yeah. Maybe I did say the troops threw up. I don't know. John Voorhees into the old milsurp stuff. Cool. And some of this stuff's antique that you can get shipped right to your house. Gervais 88, the commission rifle, they had a couple of those as of earlier today. That can be shipped right to your door. Anything 1898 or older. Some of the other SKUs, like if you're looking at let's just say a Carcano M91 cavalry carbine. Most of the dates are from after 1898, but if you pay them a little extra fee, because that is worth more in antique, you can hand select for antique and they'll ship it right to your house. Let's see here. I did say the troops threw up. Okay, I guess I did. So there you guys go. You got your entertainment for the night, making fun of me misspeaking, but I think I was kind of like they threw up their hands, and that's funny. You guys are funny. Yeah, the cavalry carbine Carcano. Those are cool in 6.5 or in 7.35. Which the 7.35 was a good round, but the 6.5 worked pretty well for the Italians and many other countries for a lot of years, actually. And contrary to popular belief, the 6.5 by 55 Swede and the old Carl Gustaf's Mausers, that was not the first 6.5. Actually, the Italians did it first. So The Italian Carcano M91 standard, 6.5. And then just a couple years later, they developed the Mauser technology with the 6.5 by 55 Swede. Okay, so that's the 6.5 gun I'm talking about. Now, I'm going to show you guys a quick sneak preview of something pretty cool that I have that I'm going to do a video on. Now, I can't touch the gun, and I'm not going to, so sorry to get your hopes up, Susan. You're not going to get to see guns. I know you're a fan, but speaking of Forge Tech holsters, someone was just talking about earlier how they're excited. So my friend from Forge Tech just sent me, and I'm going to do an unboxing video, but this is just for the people that are still hanging out at 11:20 actually, Eastern time. So I have a brand new Forge Tech for the Stoeger STR9. So it's hard to get holsters for those, but he was right on it. This has the combat loop. Now you can buy it with the combat loop or the paddle or both, which is basically how he sells all of his holsters, right? And yeah, same thing, positive lock here. Fully adjustable for different type of webbing or belts, and there you go. Kydex, handmade right here in Michigan. Great guy, great company. Stoeger STR9 holster. And then another new product that'd be great for all of you Stoeger owners and many other guns is, let me get this back over here because I am going to do a video on this. That'll be out next week. He's got a new dual mag carrier, which is pretty cool. And here's the info for you guys right here. ForgeTechHolsters.com. So we've got a dual, double stack 9 or 40 mag carrier. And this one again is equipped with the same combat loop that I really like. So this is awesome. I really, really like this because I'm a huge fan of this connection, how it fits on here. Also the fact that you can rotate if you need to. So if you don't want it in this orientation, you know what I'm saying? With the mags, I might want it upright, but with the gun, maybe sideways. It just depends. However you guys want to carry it. But yeah. Now, these are pretty cool. These are adjustable, and he gives you a little Allen wrench with it. This is the actual tensioner that's on the side of it. So, I'll show you guys a quick example here. Here's a Sig Mag. Sig Mags are pretty thin. That's why a lot of times there'll be 18 rounds in a Sig Mag, where if it was from another company of the same length, it would only hold maybe 17, right? If it was a Glock, it would only hold 2 rounds because that's the problem with Glock. Even though I like Glock, Gaston just had to make a proprietary mag that's polymer wrapped and makes it where in the same size grip frame, it either gets bigger and fatter or you lose rounds, and that's just the way it works. So that's the one knock on Glock that I have and always will. But I still like Glock. You guys know what I'm saying. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in here just like this. I'm trying to look at it backwards in the camera. And right now it's set up for proper retention for this Sig Mag. So if I wanted to, though. All right, let's see here. So there's just a little set screw in here, and there's this apparatus that applies pressure on the side. It's real simple once you're actually looking at it. It's not complicated at all. You don't have to turn it a lot. I'm just going to very lightly loosen this just a little bit. This is a Metguard 20-round Sig P226 mag. Yes, it is. Now look, I just barely loosened it, and it just falls right out of here. So this is truly customizable for, we're going to say pretty much all and probably virtually all 9mm and 40 double stack mags. Now the Glock fits in nice and tight after I loosened it up just a little bit there. Might even still be a little bit much retention, but that's all your preference. If I want this Glock mag just to be a little looser, I'll just give this just a little bit more, maybe a quarter turn. That feels good now. So there you go. You can go from Glock mags to Sig Mag. Now look at that. So in other words, if you bought, this is what I'm trying to show you guys. If you bought a purpose-built Glock mag carrier where your Glock fit in there nice and tight, right? There you go. You want it to be tight. Okay. Perfect. If this was not adjustable, you're now screwed. I mean, literally. But no, you're not, because you just come right over here. Just a couple turns of this. about 3,000 turns because we went from Glock to Sig. No, not that much. And there you go. Now I've got nice retention here. I actually went a little bit too loose, but there you go, right about there, let's say. Yep. Sig Mag G2C. Let me show you G2C guys out there. Same pattern as the Sig Mag, but there you go. What do you guys think? Is this pretty cool? I'll do a video on it if anybody would like to see it. If nobody wants to see the video on it, I probably still will. But yeah, Forge Tech sent me these to review and to try out, and I kind of help him with some of his testing of his new products. And in return, you guys get to see videos on cool handmade newer products, and I try to help him out with that. So there you go. I screwed it up. What did I screw up? I've never screwed up even once in my life. I know that's not true. Give me a break. I screwed up. I'm perfect. You shut up and listen to me, okay? I can't even do it. I try to play one of these leftist tyrants, and I can't even do it without laughing through my first sentence, right? Right, VA Wolf, with another super chat. Thanks, man. I really appreciate it. VA Wolf, it sounds like likes his Forge Tech holsters. Yeah, sounds good. Let's see here. Was someone else asking me a question here? Yeah, back to him. Yeah, many Michigan sheriffs now have said they won't enforce Whitmer's. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Livingston County Sheriff, Oakland County Sheriff. You know, Sheriff Mike Murphy out there in Livingston County's definitely said he has a Facebook video on his Facebook proving it. If you want to go look it up, look up the Livingston County Sheriff's Facebook. Oh, yeah, they're not going to enforce. Hey, the Michigan Supreme Court has said they're not going to enforce them, what she's done to that poor barber. It's all been fake. As soon as the legislator didn't renew it, she had 28 days that they gave her because that's what the law said. As soon as that ran out, it's all been fake propaganda. All of these rulings, they've been outside the rule of law, and just whoever wanted to submit to them could. And many people did, because there's a lot of people that just are looking for someone to boss them around, apparently. But yeah. And 817 LDS agrees with the super chat. Thanks a lot, man. I appreciate it. I hope it's not a chick because I just said man, but whatever. This isn't the politically correct. I think it's a dude. I'm going to guess. But thank you. I appreciate the super chat. Have I tried running G3 or P226 mags in the Canik? No, but I ran Canik mags in the G2C and did a video on that. I did the opposite. See? And there you guys go. Some of that money that Rudy Finney donated earlier, I was able to bribe VA Wolf with saying some very kind words. I appreciate it, man. He said, "You're good people, brother." Had to say it, and a patriot. There's a lot of good people in here. Have you noticed that, Wolf? A lot of good people, actually. I have many thoughts on what's happening in Seattle, and I covered that like crazy earlier. So if anyone's just now getting here, you'll definitely want to go back and check earlier, because I have several thoughts. And I'm not very happy about it at all. Let's see here. DZIEJ23 says Trump 2020. MAGA Patriot says Nit Whitmore. There you go. I'm going to be at the Capitol next week. And speaking of next week, in Livingston County, Livingston 2A, a local group of just patriots, regular people around here, there's going to be a candidate forum, like a cookout, actually. Like, people are going to bring food. So if you guys are going to be in the Howell, Michigan area, okay, this is southeastern Michigan, and you want to get to meet some of the local candidates for office, people that I've endorsed and people that are actually patriots that we need to get past the primaries so we can actually have somebody that's a real patriot in office for once, because it's kind of pretty rare nowadays, right? This next Wednesday, it's from like 6 to 9 p.m. It's in Howell. Now, unfortunately, there's people on the other side that might come with bad intentions, and we're ready for them. Like, it'd be their worst day of their life if they were stupid enough to come cause trouble. But with this virus, they're not letting us run out any kind of hall or anything. So it's actually going to be at somebody's house. So if you guys want to meet me or hang out with me, or you want to meet some of the local candidates, send me an email or a Facebook message, and I can pass on an official invite. It's an RSVP, and we kind of have to just leave it at that. It's at an undisclosed location just because we have to have it at somebody's house. They're not letting us rent any kind of halls out. Now, don't get me wrong. If the other side wants to say, shut up, you're dumb, renounce your privilege, get rid of the color of your skin, you're terrible, we want this to be a communist country, they'll let them use downtown city parks for that. That's totally fine. But if a Second Amendment organization wants to do it, not so much. So if anybody wants to meet up and hang out, definitely let me know. I'll type my email in here as I often do. BlackShooter79@gmail.com. The best way to get a hold of me, though, for anything like this would be go ahead on Facebook and send me a private message. 2A-EDU. There's the 2A-EDU group. I'm not even a fan of Facebook. It's just the easiest place to get a hold of me, or an email if anyone would like to come. When am I going to do a Michigan hangout and shoot? You know what? We probably would have already done it by now, except for the end of the world as we know it has happened, and it's been crazy, and I'm still just trying to not lose all my loyal customers I've had for years because I've been running 6 weeks behind from day one. So I hope you understand, and I'm looking forward to something like that just as much as any of you guys. I really am. All right, well, I've been on for almost 2 hours, but I wanted to mention one more thing since we're all in a good mood. Now we're in a good mood. See this color blue here? Does that guys remind you of anything? Well, if certain people, like I said earlier, that are trying to fundamentally change America, they want you to get rid of all your values. Because if you don't think exactly like them, then you're wrong, and you need to shut up and just obey. Give them your guns. They'll put walls up around their city, their new country, supposedly. And if that doesn't work, they're going to call the UN. Yeah, the UN, a.k.a. Blue Helmets. How disgusted were you guys when George Floyd's family? You know, you can't just grieve somebody dying. You have to try to socially change the world with it too. Which, hey, social change for good is a good thing. People like Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. that says judge people on the content of their character and not the color of their skin did change the world. Good people like Rosa Parks. Good white people like Thomas Jefferson and Alexander Hamilton and George Washington helped change the world too. But George Floyd's family now has called for the UN, the United Nations, the Blue Helmets, to come into the United States. What do you guys think about that? Don't think about it too much. You're thinking you're wrong. If you're even thinking about it, you're racist, you're a bigot. Just shut up. Pay 99% of your taxes. Go over to Sweden and Finland. They get along great. They have no problem at all. Where white single women are afraid to even walk to church because they're going to get raped by all these insurgents of the peaceful religion of peace and brotherhood, radical jihadis that have flooded the streets. Don't even worry about it. Just pay 90% in taxes. Give up your guns and call the UN. They'll set you straight. If you're even thinking about the fact that you don't want the UN to come into the United States, you're a bigot, you're racist, you're nasty. Of course we should tear down this country. There's still white people living in this country. It's got to go right now. And if it doesn't, we'll bring in troops from other countries. Because maybe the ones that took an oath to this Constitution, women and men in uniform here, they just might not follow that order. So bring in the UN because they'll be sure to follow. Because they're paid thugs and jackboots. The UN agendas that were signed on by the United States, starting with President Kennedy. UN arms treaty, small arms treaty, gun confiscation, UN population control. Not a problem. Who doesn't want population control? It'd be great. Just bring them over here. Not a problem. Just give us your firstborn. Give us your grandma. Just whatever. It's all for the greater good. We can't possibly keep going on like we are. Grand experiment on self-governance of the people, by the people? What? You're nuts. Just go back in your basement and comply. Pay more in taxes. You know what I'm saying? Does anyone question this? Now, the media will tell you exactly what I was just saying. It's hard for me to say it too long with a straight face, but they used to be called treason last time I checked. For somebody to call in foreign invaders to use arms and guns and kill people in the United States? I thought there's only a couple things that are actually punishable by death, right? Doesn't that include treason and aiding and abetting of the enemy? There's people in the United States right now that's no longer in the United States, according to them and according to the mayor of Seattle and according to the governor, because they're not doing anything about it. They're calling it the Festival of Peace and Brotherly Love. There's people right now that say they're their own autonomous nation and they're no longer part of the United States of America. We fought a civil war. Hundreds of thousands of people died because certain states, and these were actually states, said we don't want to be part of the United States of America anymore. And in this case, they say, no, we are going to. We're going to have our own country within the borders, and we're going to take hostages and extort people. Yeah. And that's not aiding and abetting of the enemy. How? Just think about that for a minute, but don't think too much, because if you think about it for even 1 minute, you're racist, you're xenophobic, you're misogynistic, you're a horrible person. Just shut up and give them money so they can buy more food to feed themselves with. Don't worry if you have enough food to eat. This is for the greater good. These people need to eat too, okay? Who cares if they want to tear down the government, tear down the country? Who cares if they want us to turn into a third world country where people are using the bathrooms on the street and graffiti and everything where it looks like a war zone? They need to eat too. So correct yourself and go in there and feed them, right? And if that doesn't work, just call the UN. They'll come in. They'll make it okay. How are people being praised as heroes? Because they're asking for the United Nations to come in here and seek military action against United States citizens? No aiding and abetting of the enemy, no way. There's only like a couple things in the whole Constitution where they actually prescribe the punishment for. Look it up. It's not that long of a document. And that's one of them. And I think for a reason. It's called aiding and abetting of the enemy. It's sick, isn't it? Rudy Finney, seems you're paying well for those compliments. Thanks so much, dude. That's hilarious. Have I ever told you I appreciate it, man? I really do. And yeah, this channel costs me money, and in a way it's about the money because I really do put every penny back into the channel, but it's more than that somebody's working hard for their money and that they would donate. It's just, you know what I'm saying? It's not just about the money. It means a lot because it means that you're really helping me bribe people for good comments. And in your case, Rudy, right? Beckdorm said Minneapolis City Council unanimously voted to get rid of cops. There you go. There you go. Yeah, VA Wolf, right? He says, I agree with you, brother. I agree. This country, as you are talking about it. Yeah, regarding the UN, it's insane. Can't even believe they're even thinking about it. It's nuts, isn't it, that we're even thinking about it? That you would even think about it. 817 LDS with another super chat. Thank you. And I completely agree with you. We must protect women and children. And look, if we can't get it right and still teach our children right from wrong, we're going to be screwed, okay? Because apparently right now, all they're going to hear on the mainstream media is the opposite of the truth. And anything that was ever written down, like stark warnings, like 1984, that was supposed to be a warning, a dire warning, has now been the new instruction manual, owner's manual. Every tyrant I see is using it, like how to run a dictatorship communist government. Oh, 1984. And they read it cover to cover and they implement. But as we're taking books like this out of the classroom, kids are going to be watching the new Looney Tunes, where Yosemite Sam no longer has his revolvers and Elmer Fudd no longer has his shotgun. So guns are not only going to not be normalized anymore, but they're going to be demonized even more than what we've seen in the past. All the cop shows are getting kicked off of TV. Gone with the Wind. Gone with the Wind. Clark Gable. One of the most famous books, movies of all time. A lot of people say one of the best movies of all time. The one in which, correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe the first black woman to ever win an Oscar from that movie. And she used that platform that she got from her award-winning role to actually really help further rights for the blacks in the United States of that time that are still benefiting from her work today. But we're going to get rid of it. Cartoons. Have you guys seen that social programming cartoon with Elmo in it? So yeah, we need to protect women and children with our firearms to keep them from imminent direct attacks that are physical harm, right? Like a good guy with a gun stops a bad guy with a gun. Of course we need to do that, but we also need to use our minds and let our children know that this isn't the way this is supposed to be. Because if you live your life as a hammer, everything looks like a nail. So if you're just taking it for granted that somehow your young children are just going to know somehow, they're going to know about this republic, this grand experiment on self-governance, don't assume they're just going to know that. Because right this minute, they're wiping everything they can away. They're getting rid of all of it. They want to change the names of all the bases. They want to get rid of certain types of flags. They want to get rid of books, movies, change cartoons. They're trying to fundamentally change America, and that's how you do it, because if the children only live life as a hammer, they're just going to keep hitting everything. Just hit that nail. That's all they're going to see. And then they just wait for us to get old and die off. It's pretty simple. Somehow for 240 years, they've been able to sit there and still pass on at least some of the ideals of what it means to be an American amongst these life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. But no, you need to be ashamed of yourself. Are you happy with your life? Then you must be doing something wrong. How dare you be happy with your life? How dare you lead a good life? You need to be done with everybody else, or you're a terrible person. Is that how we want our children to grow up? I don't think so. Because it doesn't have to be that way. It doesn't have to be zero sum. See, that's stupid. That's shallow-minded people. That's controlling people. That's evil people who believe in this zero-sum thing where for me to be happy, someone else needs to be miserable at my expense, when it's the complete opposite. Because if you're happy around people that you're spending your time with, you can't make other people happy, but you can help a little bit, right? Smile can be contagious, but so can a frown. So basically everything they're saying right now is opposite. Just because you've worked hard for a living, how much money do you have is irrelevant to any of it. It doesn't matter. There's many rich people. There's many poor people. Seems like poor people are usually happier than rich people. Actually, all these bribed, bought and paid for politicians, they sure look miserable. And they're bought and paid for, and they're richer than probably anybody in this chat right now. But yeah, do we want our children to think that you have to be ashamed of who you are? That's terrible. That's what so many people for so many generations dedicated their whole lives to. The good people, what goes around comes around. Some of these old-fashioned things that probably we need to talk about more now because they're actually getting forgotten about. The golden rule, do unto others as you would have them do unto you. Just simple stuff like that. And I'm kind of snickering because it's not funny. It's not funny at all. They're trying to take some of the core values, the core fundamentals of this country, of God, of family, and just flush it all down the toilet. And they've been at it for a while. You guys know that. They've been at it for a long time. But just in the last few weeks, they're just so brazen with it. They're so brazen. They're not ashamed at all anymore. They're not. These are silver-tongued tyrants that have no problem just getting right out on TV. And that's what our kids are watching right now. That's what our kids are watching. And they're going to say that it's science. They're going to say that it's this. They're going to say that it's that. It's insane. Basically, if you guys want tips from me, and don't take tips from me on this, but it's almost to the point where you can tell your kids, look, anything you see on TV nowadays, unless it's the Tucker Carlson show, because he's actually been calling out a lot more than most of them are. I do want to give him a little props. I don't know him personally, but he's been doing a lot on his show, more than most of the fake stream has. But get out there and say, hey, look, if you hear this on TV, just it's the opposite, right? Just the opposite. If they tell you should be ashamed, then be proud. You know what I'm saying? That's really about what it's turned into. It's almost to the point where it's like, I don't even want to sit there and keep track of all their lies. Let's just see if we can find one true thing they're saying anywhere. It's crazy. You know, truth is treason in the empire of lies, right? See, we all assume that truth is a good thing. And we all assume that being nice to people is a good thing. But maybe not. Because if you look at it through the perspective of what a lot of people want to change us into, no, that becomes a bad thing all of a sudden. Where truth is treason in the empire of lies. Think about what that actually means. Think about that, how that applies to so many of the situations we're in right now. And if you even dare question it, it's back to that again. Just shut up. You're dumb. You're this, you're that. You have no right to think. But like somebody just said in here, you know, John Voorhees, if we don't study history, we're doomed to repeat it. And indeed we will. And it seems that a lot of people in this country right now trying their hardest, and they don't like America, and they want us to be just like many other countries, and they long for the old days of the Iron Curtain and the Gestapo and the SS and Mao, and they must, because they're literally idolizing these people and trying to invoke all of their policies. Don't want to put words in people's mouth, but when you sit there and you act exactly like something, maybe it's because you are. I know all of us are so nice, and we are. We're the nicest people. And we want to give people the benefit of the doubt, and we should, because who are we to judge others, right? But at the same time, I mean, something starts to literally act and look and speak like something on the daily basis, maybe, just maybe, it's because that's exactly what they are. So don't forget history, because if you do, you're not going to know what to look for. And I feel right now, they're tearing down monuments. They're burning books. They're doing all this stuff that they used to do in other countries. And I don't want to be like other countries. I want to be an American, because this is where I live. If I wanted to live in another country, I'd try to move there. And guess what? They probably wouldn't even take me, because that's how most other countries are. And I bet you $1. I couldn't go into that Chaz, whatever the heck it's called. Bet you $1 they wouldn't let me in there. Which is just fine, because trust me, I don't want to be there. So I've been on for quite a while. I'm getting ready to get off in a second here. And I'm just taking a real quick look at the chat here. I've had a good time tonight. I like seeing so many of you. Yeah, A-Dubs, Tucker just doesn't care about how or what people think about him. He'll always have a job somewhere. Yeah. And trust me, I'm A-Dubs. I'm not comparing myself to Tucker, meaning like he's like a 10 times better version of me, but that's where I feel me and him have a little bit in common. I don't really care either. Like, I'm just kind of talking how I feel, but then I am open-minded, and I'm looking at, you know, what you guys are saying, because again, many of you are a lot smarter than me, and I learn a lot from talking to you guys and reading your comments, either during the stream or ultimately afterwards. It's hard to keep track of all of them. Yes, Rockford. See, he said it. Yeah, he said it in a more concise way what I was trying to say. Yeah, they've been at it for a long time, but the acceleration of things is crazy. Yeah. Most of these guys just don't see it and think, it's nothing. It'll blow over. It won't. Get started, guys. Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I've said it sarcastically like 1,000 times tonight, because that is what they're doing to us. Just Shut up. Just obey. Don't worry about it. You got more important things to worry about. We'll give you a stimulus check. We'll give you nice things. You'll be fine now. I don't know. I don't know. Kathleen Music Lover is indeed way smarter than 2AEDU. What do you guys think? Maybe I should just hand the show over to her. What do you think, Kathleen? I love you, Kathleen. I appreciate it. You guys can give me a hard time in here. Thank you, Victor. I appreciate the encouragement, man. Up North is getting ready to head on out of here, it sounds like. Got to go to work. Good night. Thank you, John Williams. I'm just basically saying, yeah. Target Buster says, thanks. Look out for trolls. You got your own? Oh, they're out. I call them the 2AEDU fan club. It's all good. It's all good. I ain't worried about them. Come on. Any trolls out there, look at the dudes and chicks I hang out with. Yeah, we're good. We're good. Harry Dodger says, I've given you many thumbs ups on the channel. Awesome. I appreciate the support and appreciate you watching. Aim to support the channel soon. Thinks he might need a TH9C. Oh, yeah. And I do like hammers, by the way, okay? I do. I do like hammers. Hammer fire pistols and actual hammers. I'm kind of an Estwing fan. What do you guys think? So, Semper Paratus 280 a check magnet. No, not me. That's what Lami's for. All right, guys, I'm out of here. God bless you and your family too, JBM Water and everyone else. I love all of you. And yeah, it's good to rant. You guys sit and think about it, reflect on it. Come back in anytime, any Friday or in any of my videos and let me know what you all think. If I give your comment a heart in my video, it means I read it. I'm so busy working, guys. There's way more of you than there are me. But yeah, I'd love to respond to you guys' comments in the videos. If there's a heart, that means I read it and said right on. Because if I didn't like it, I wouldn't have given it a heart. So I love interacting with you guys. And it was really fun hanging out tonight. It really was. And I probably missed like 10 really good comments, probably the best ones. Don't take it personal. There's just one of me and 80 of you guys. But I really, really like reading everything and hanging out with you all. So yeah, stay safe. More firearms videos coming this next week. If you don't believe me, there's a few people in here can vouch for it. I know it looks like I've been slacking, guys. I'm just trying to survive like everybody else. And it's been tough in Michigan getting things going. But I'm getting back on track. And I will definitely have more firearms videos again very soon. So thank you, John Voorhees. Guero. Yeah, all of you guys. Bud Latham, good to see you too. Yep, can't find 9mm to save my life. Maybe you got to start reloading. You'll find it. You'll find it. Just be patient. By the way, AIM Surplus, as of last night, they've got some reasonably priced 9. They had some of that Scorpio SVT for like $12 a box. That's a NATO ammo. And they had another variety, 124 grain. So check out AIM Surplus. They're not paying me to say that whatsoever, but that's where I've been going. Hopefully it helps you all. And I've always been trying to help you guys get ammo, including the stream right back when stuff started going chaotic. So, which reminds me of one more thing. This is just a teaser. I'm going to do an ammo unboxing that I got from KY Gunco recently. And I think I'm going to do it how I have in the past, where I show you guys the ammo and a couple of cool guns that I could shoot it with. I think you guys have liked those videos in the past, and I think I might do that. Just give you guys a little encouragement that I've not gone anywhere, and there'll definitely be more ammo and gun videos very soon. And at the last minute, if you forgot to give it a thumbs up, go ahead. And hey, any support helps out the channel. The Amazon link, it's totally free. It's going to be in the description of this and every video. It's only pennies, but if all of you use it, it adds up, and I can keep bringing more guns and ammo and making more videos so we can all hang out. Yeah, thank you, Rudy Finney. Like he said, be safe, everyone. Catch you all next week. All right, guys, I'm out of here. Thanks for watching, and have a good one. And thanks for watching, and have a good one.